When I shoot cars for F1, I don't really like to shoot it completely still. It's like when you shoot helicopters, after some experience, you know that you won't shoot it above a certain shutter speed. Because when you have it in the air and you have it too fast, the blades are straight and it just looks like it's hanging. It's always nice to have a bit of movement. But the fine-tuning of finding that movement without the rest of the car being blurred, that comes with experience. Now you all got digital cameras, go and shoot to death. You know, you don't like delete law. If you shoot film, oh yeah, waste money, right? So just shoot and make mistakes. Okay, play with light, shadows. They always add dimension to your pictures. Play with scale. Like I said, a lot of grass, small head, you know, big sails, small body. It just really shows the beauty of sports, about how small we are on this earth and yet they're so powerful. Romanticize it. Try different angles. Here we were lucky enough because we work as a team. So we have maybe 2 photographers or 1 photographer on the scene, and because you cover so much of it, they give you access. I mean, for us, members of the public will not get access, but if you do get, because if it's an event held and organized by your own company, try to explore all the different angles. Down here, we're actually on the catwalk up there. So it's like, I think there's a catwalk here as well, is there? Basically, it's a metal grill and they walk above everyone and you just shoot down. When you go into places like that, you have things to consider. Not just your own safety, but the safety of others. Don't bring your lens cap, don't bring 3 lenses. We aren't even allowed to wear glasses up there. Because if I were to drop something, right, you can kill someone down there. Unless you really don't want to work in your company anymore, then you can plan something like that. Okay? Establishing shots. Go for different quirky angles. Patterns, okay? Patterns. To me, this look like sheep grazing. You see, I told you I think differently when I shoot sports. I don't actually think of the sport as the sport. Of course, when I work, there's this thing called the CYA shot. If you don't mind me saying the words, means cover your air shot. So you do the money shot, the action, and then you think out of the box. Okay, patterns, scale. Like I say, chicken wings. Symmetry. Yeah, it speaks for itself. Your reaction is exactly my reaction when I saw it. Then go for details. Add variety to your pictures. Don't keep shooting the same angle, because you're going to have 10 pictures. You don't want people to flip through 10 pictures of the same thing and get bored. Okay? There's a lot of distortion in sports. It's the beauty of it. Expression. And this is what I call an action like the money shot. Okay? But it's very boring. I actually don't like these pictures. Try to have the ball in the picture. Can you imagine if the table tennis ball is not there? It just doesn't add the element of suspense. And it also tells you what sport you're shooting. It tells your viewer what sports you're shooting. Okay? Go low, go high. Try different angles. Again, I'm not going to stand in front of the javelin. Okay, when we're on the catwalk, in the ceiling, I have a video later I'm going to show you. There's actually no air. It's a horrible place to be. There's no air. You're up there. You're sweating. You're shooting with like sweat going in your eyes because you're actually near the lights. But it gives very nice angles. And when you're up there, you actually have to harness and strap yourself to the railings. Okay? See the angle difference with this and this? It's actually the same stadium. See, so this gives a very clean background. This was done with a remote camera. So what I do is I attach a camera up there, and as I'm shooting this, I'm firing the camera up there as well. The remote camera is always a secondary camera for us. Okay, it gives you the option, but it's not the camera because it just gives, 9 out of 10 times you'll miss the picture because you don't really, you can have an idea what you're shooting, but sometimes it's a bit of luck, and you have to put a very big CF card in there because you can't always go up and access your pictures. Okay, this was a remote, and I was shooting with a long lens. Okay, often, here's a tip, when you shoot sports, every professional athlete will have a routine. Okay, Remy Ong, I know some of you don't like him. Before he bowls, he's a bowler, he will do this. He will do this, he will do this. Okay, so you watch. The beauty about shooting sports is that most of the time actions are repeated. Like I said, diving 6 times, right? Golf is always the same thing. Tennis is like. So you have a lot of chance to try different things. This is Ryan Lockley. He's the only guy that can beat Michael Phelps. And every time he comes out of the water, he doesn't have expression. But he will do this like shampoo ad thing. So we were starting to get really bored, and we were shooting his face like every day. So we thought we'd give variety. So what I'm trying to say, just think out of the box, okay? This is Bishan Stadium, a horrible place to shoot. We shoot like famous sports people as they are. Behind the scenes, while they're resting between, events. See them. So it's like jelly. Okay, another very big. It's so gay. Okay. It looks like shooting in. So play with this is actually a volunteer thing in the program. Like I said, shooting is very hard to shoot. So I went for the detail. Soccer head. Look out for different angles, okay? Like bit hair. It just came out of wrestling match. Reaction. Another very, very important tip I want to give you is, when you shoot, don't just go for the action. Look out for the reaction, because that's what makes a sports picture, okay? When the person wins, after you score a goal, you just don't want a goal shot. What's after the goal shot? Happy, cry, right? Somersault. So that's the very important thing. Don't, after you get the goal shot, start looking at your camera. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? And then, the guy might be doing somersaults and flipping and breaking his neck while you're doing that. Did I get it? Did I get it? So pay attention to your actions and your reactions. Okay? Anticipate. When you shoot a birthday party, the birthday cake's going to come out, they're going to sing song, pose for pictures, then he's going to do what? Blow the candle, right? So, as you're shooting, you have to think, okay? I know it's very easy for us to say now, and my brain does not necessarily work like that. I do not go to a scene and I go, okay, now I look for pattern, then I do this, and I do that. The trick is to marry everything. And the more you shoot, the more second nature it becomes. I was just talking to Chris about it. We were talking about how we think. It's like I go to an event, and when I put my game face on, I was like, okay, as I start to get ready, I'm actually eliminating all these things. Okay, like I'll probably stand there because the light's better, and then I'll stand there because the action will be there. So can you see I'm already processing it all? Then at the end of the day, when you have all these things and you get ready, when you click, it's like you eliminate the problems. It's a bit like problem solving, okay? So the key is to marry the moments with the art to get a nicer sports picture. Okay? Fencing is very dramatic, and it's really horrible because they always cover their faces, so you have to wait for them to rip off the mask and go crazy. Then of course there's the losers, and you can't feel for them. Better still, you can juxtapose the winners and the losers, okay? People getting excited, hammering the water. Okay, now the next thing I want to get to is my friend here, Ezra from Getty Images. As a photographer, have professional courtesy with other photographers, okay? Though there were many other shots, I'm not pointing him out, but I'm just using this as an example how photographers can really ruin pictures sometimes, okay? You have to be situationally aware, and this is the number one rule I want to tell you. I know everyone wants to get the shot, okay? The truth of the matter is, If I put 10 photographers in front of a burning house and we all stand in the same position, you will still get 10 different pictures. I know it's very important for you to go near, get your different pictures, but you have to be situationally aware. You know, are there other people that are trying to work as well? Okay? Every time you go to an event, you have like suddenly 50 photographers pop up from Singapore, and we don't know where it all come from, and they just coming in front. Now they come up with iPads and, you know, A4 size paper blocking your face and handphone and everything. Sometimes, yes, if we can't get out of the situation, we make that our picture, you know, celebrities surrounded by fans. But if there are situations where you want to run in front, you just go, you don't mind, just go for a shot. Okay, then you step back. Okay, if everybody's on this side and you go in front, in Manila, when you walk out the door, you get shot. Yeah, you end up fighting. But this is also a happy snap. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to finish up now and show you some behind the scenes picture. If you don't mind, it's all grabbed from my Facebook and my friends because it can show you how we work behind the scenes, kind of. Chris is more professional. He has a whole video that ABC did before. I don't have a video of myself, so I have Facebook. So, have fun, okay? When the event's over, have fun. Let me go to the behind the scenes and finish up, okay? That's what I mean by shooting different angles. If your subject's low, go lower. I was actually pregnant here, but I was on my hip, so I was not on my stomach. Okay, this is where we sit by the pool, get very bored. This is what we do. You get caught in the rain. Free umbrellas are good free gifts. Okay? Protect your equipment, come prepared, see poncho and everything ready. Get ready to get wet. Just very tired. The lens is bigger than my face. Keep yourself healthy and safe, okay? Safety is number one. No picture is worth dying for. Sleep between jobs, if you can. Don't have to be so serious. So this is what it looks like. That's me, I'm a bit fat here. I was actually 8 months pregnant. So, you see how we are like ripping our bits? Yeah, because we're too big. So this is what we do. When we shoot, we sit on the floor, we follow the sidelines. Our equipment always looks like they went through war because we're always exposed to the elements. This is a quick picture of David Gray from Reuters. This is how we work as when we go for a professional sports event like the World Swimming Championships. The wires get poolside access, whereas all the other photographers have to sit in the stands. So what we do is, we shoot an event, we run here, we plug in our cards, the pictures are connected to our editors up there, we ingest the files, the pictures go to them, we pick out our cards, we go back, we shoot the next event, we shoot the medal ceremony, we run back, we do this, we run with our 400 for the next event, because everything just happens back to back. This is my high-tech office in FINA. You make do, this is called a lens hood. Okay, screen hood. That's how we see outdoors, because you know it's very bright, you can't edit. Little half-eaten food, you don't get to eat much. And this is the catwalk, okay? We shoot through the grills, can you see this? And we're hooked up here. So you can't really bring your handphones and all, they don't want you to drop anything. It's very hot. This is what we look like when we shoot swimming finishing line. Everyone's packed together like sardines, okay, with our laptops. This is how I set up my remote camera for basketball. This is how you get the top shots. This is us testing the underwater camera. That's me. Okay, so that's it.